to another story. Court proceedings at the Nakuru law courts were disrupted for several hours as family and friends of missing fisherman Brian Odhiambo protested the dismissal of his alleged disappearance case. Family members were overwhelmed by emotions and went into wailing after Justice Julius Nangea declared that there was sufficient evidence to support, or rather there was insufficient evidence to support the claim that Brian had been detained by KWS officers. Brian has been missing for 21 days, and here is Citizen TV's Ben Kirui with the details.
The courtroom was filled with the raw anguish of a mother as Justice Julius Nangea delivered his ruling, dismissing the case surrounding the disappearance of her son Brian Odhiambo, allegedly at the hands of Kenya Wildlife Service officers more than 21 days ago. The heartbreaking wails of Elizabeth Auma, Brian's distraught mother, echoed through the courtroom as she collapsed in despair.
Mimi nataka tu haki ya mtoto wangu. Hakuna kitu ingine ninataka. Ni mtoto yangu tu, nataka haki yake itendeke. Mimi mwenyewe niliona na macho yangu KWS wakichukua mtoto wangu wakirusha kwa gari. Kwa nini wasinitolee mtoto wangu kwenye walipeleka? Kwa nini wanifanyie hivi? Hata hawa ni wazazi na wako na watoto kama huyu wangu tu. Kwa nini wanifanyie hivi? Kwa nini wachukue mtoto wangu na waende watupe na waseme wajui kwenye ako?
In his decision, Justice Nangea cited that there was no sufficient evidence to prove that Brian Odhiambo had been detained by KWS officers. As a result, he declared to issue any further directions in the case.
The petitioner's advocates extensively cross-examined the first and second respondents, but they maintained that the subject is not in their custody. It boggles the mind how the subject could just disappear into thin air at Lake Nakuru National Park and fail to get back home. As the first and second respondents have, however, denied having the subject in their custody, and there being no sufficient evidence to the contrary, no further orders or directions will be issued.
The ruling sparked disappointment and outrage among human rights activists who caused the chaos along the court corridors, terming the decision a miscarriage of justice.
We have set a very bad precedent with this particular decision. What it means is that police can come and arrest me today and even confirm to the court that they arrested me and do what they want to do. And then tomorrow go to court and say, I ran away. And the court will side with the police and say, yes, there is no evidence that they had me.
For more than 2 hours after the judgment, Brian's family, friends and activists remained gathered outside the courtroom, still reeling from the verdict as they deliberated on their next course of action. The family lawyer expressed concerns that the ruling had been rushed and delivered in his absence.
We would consider an urgent appeal. We are also considering going for an inquest to the forced disappearance of Brian. We would also move to see whether the family of Brian can get compensation, although we know that no compensation would really assuage their anger, their grief at this point in time.
Nilipigia wakili, akaniambia kesi ni saa 5 kama vile mahakama imeagiza. Saa 5:30 ndio kesi itakuja kutolewa judgment. Mimi nafika hapa saa 5 kamili, naambiwa kesi ilikatwa saa 4 kamili bila mawakili wetu kuwepo.
Brian Odhiambo went missing on Saturday, January 18th, with locals claiming to have seen him being forcibly taken away by KWS officers. His disappearance triggered widespread protest, which escalated into violent clashes for 5 days. As angry residents confronted security forces in Nakuru Town East, demonstrators even set parts of Lake Nakuru National Park on fire, demanding Odhiambo's immediate release and accountability from authorities. Ben Kirui, Citizen TV, Nairobi.